My MIL put her hands on me and physically restrained me when I tried to take my baby home. Possible TW for violence and attempted abduction, kind of? Title: She and my FIL had been watching my 13-week-old for a couple days while I was recovering from a bad upper respiratory infection. It was bad enough to send me to the ER with my oxygen dropping into the low 80s. When I went to get her without my husband, my MIL decided to get on my case about my daughter being gassy. This has been an ongoing thing with them, and I've told them multiple times that not every cry with her is gas and that the pediatrician says she's fine. For whatever reason, she and FIL are obsessed with thinking it's gas and trying to fix it. The latest attempt was secretly buying a different kind of bottle to use. I always provided bottles when they watched her, because they were advertised as good for colicky babies, which my daughter is not. My MIL refused to listen when I was explaining that the bottle had nothing to do with it, and she kept saying that some random nurses she knew recommended them. I had enough of the conversation and said as much, and told my Phil to put my daughter in her car seat so I could leave. MIL said no, and I repeated to give me my damn child. Mill then got in my face screaming that I can't talk like that in her house, and my baby of course starts screaming. I try to go comfort her, and MIL tells File to take her to another room and grabs my arm, holding me back and not letting me get my child. I tried to get her off me, but she kept holding me. She had grabbed me hard enough to bruise my inner arm. I threatened to call the cops on her for effectively kidnapping my child at that point. She screamed that if I did, she would have me put on a 72-hour hold. She then shoved me in the corner of the room so I still couldn't get my daughter and began berating me. She screamed that I was ungrateful for all they do, that I apparently look down on her, that I don't trust them to care for my daughter, and that because of me, MIL supposedly now has anxiety and blood pressure issues that she needs medication for. By this point, I'm bawling and just wanting my daughter. MIL continued to berate me and keep me from my daughter until IL had calmed down, and then she let my Phil put her in the car seat and let me take her. MIL then did a complete 180 and started trying to make small talk like none of that just happened. Then she tried to say that she was just protecting my daughter because she didn't want me driving off too fast with her because I was frustrated with them. I told her I'd never put my daughter in harm's way like that and left. My husband doesn't know what to make of the situation. I told him I don't want to be around MIL, and our daughter will not be either. I don't care that they were our only childcare help right now. I don't feel safe around her, and I don't trust her to keep Kihai daughter safe if she's this mentally unstable. My husband is supporting my decision. He hasn't talked to his mom since, and is trying to find a time to talk with her about her behavior and the consequences. It just sucks that this came out of nowhere with her. As I said, they were our help. My family are all 2+ hours away. At this point, I don't know if I'll ever let her see my daughter again. I know if my husband goes no contact permanently, she'll flip shit. From the start, she called him her little ride or die and told me that whatever I do, don't try and come between them. If I asked him to do it to protect our daughter, he would in a heartbeat. Is it crazy of me to want to ask him if we can move closer to my family? Edit, since I can't reply to everyone. With the police report, there's an extra layer of concern that was too much to type for the original text. They are best friends with the sheriff for their county, which the incident happened in. So if I file a report, there's almost no way he won't find out about it, and I don't trust that he won't contact my MIL. Even if I report it with my local agency, they'd have to forward the report. And with our last name, it's distinct and recognizable. The officers for that department would definitely know who it was about, and I'm worried with small-town gossip that things would get back to MIL.